This is going to be our theory for player 388 Dae-Ho for season 3 of Squid Game and why he acted the way that he did during the end of episode 7.
He was super sus.
I honestly thought he was like a bad guy, literally.
I didn't think so. I just
No?
No, for me, from what I saw at least, because there's a couple ways you could definitely look into it and be like, oh, maybe he is a bad guy. He's gonna go shoot up everybody in the bunks.
Okay.
I didn't think that. I just thought like this guy's a coward.
Okay.
And what made me think that immediately was when they were in the stairwells and he was loading the magazine into his gun, but he was just shaking the whole time. And he's shooting from around the walls. He's shooting behind him. He's not paying attention to where he's shooting.
Yeah.
This is a guy who claims to be from the Marine
Marines,
Corps.
yep.
When I saw that, I'm like, okay, this guy, as much as he's got the tattoo to prove that he's
Very proud about that.
but he is not like acting like it when it comes to the moment, the heat of the moment.
Okay, I'll tell you why I thought he was a bad guy. Because in the moment, he was carrying all the magazines and then ended up to the bottom, like to the where all the other players are.
Yeah.
Player 120 was trying to like get in touch with him like through the walkie-talkie. He made this like really like sketchy look, like this look where he could be like a bad guy. I don't know, like it was like when Dae-Ho was starting to look at player 456.
Right.
And I was like, oh, is he turning? Is this happening? Like, is he actually a bad guy in this? That's why I thought.
Yeah. No, I know
he was going to turn to like the other side, like the bad side.
I know exactly the look that you're talking about too.
And it looks
like,
so sketchy.
It's sketchy, but we don't know where and why
Yeah.
it's sketchy. But
Right.
there's definitely a face of he's thinking about something, and where he's gonna go with that, we're gonna find out in a couple minutes.
Exactly, and
as the
we
scene continues.
realized he was going through PTSD. But honestly, I
yeah.
really wanted to believe that he was going to be a bad guy.
His character could loosely be based on an actual event that happened. I mean, he said he joined the Marine Corps as the 1140, so
Yeah.
that would imply that he joined in April of 2011.
Yeah.
I know that there was an actual real piece of history in 2011 of July 4th, a Korean Marine Corps person who finished their training.
Yeah.
They were actually being bullied a bunch, and they actually unloaded a clip on some of their own fellow
Which
soldiers.
is really sad.
And
Really sad.
actually killed them, right?
Yeah.
So that player was being bullied because they were actually a little bit overweight, which is actually a known thing in Korea, that soldiers, people in the Marine Corps, actually do get bullied for being a little bit overweight, maybe not being able to carry themselves as much athletically, humans just being humans, right? Just
Yeah.
being mean to each other. And
During the promos of
Right.
Squid Game season 2, you can tell that the actor Kang Han-nol was actually like his face was fuller than his face during the actual, season 2. It's possible that he could be like filling that role for season 3.
yeah,
like,
he could be putting
like,
on the weight for the role.
putting the weight for he was putting in the weight for the role of season 3. So it's possible, but there could be flashbacks.
I think there's a lot that we
before
don't
that,
know about his character, so I think
Yeah.
flashbacks to that, and if since he does have that extra weight on him, like it could
Possibly,
definitely go towards that way of like filming some scenes
Yeah.
that would prove this to be correct.
He played a lot with his sisters. Like he
Yep.
was raised mainly by his sisters and his mom, and his dad forced him into the Marines so that he could be more manly.
To man him up,
So there's also like a good correlation between that and like his character and like why he's going through whatever he was going through during the end of season 2. Player 388 was definitely going through some PTSD because when player 120 actually came back in the bunk area, he was all the way in the corner, literally like shaking, like he's going through it. Like he's literally going through it.
When it came down to like standing up for himself or like defending his people, like when it was divided into sections, they were all eating at one point, and he was ready to go fight one of the other opposing players on that side of the room. He had no problem doing that. So he knows how to defend himself. It's not like he doesn't have military training in any way. But as soon as it came down to actually using weapons and guns, he became a complete different version of that character that we were seeing. Like, he was very proud to be part of the Marine Corps. He's showing off his tattoo, like, this is me, this is who I am. Like, I'm ready.
Yeah.
But then when it came to, like, shit hitting the fan, he was not ready at all. He's, like I said, he was shooting from behind the wall. That's something a Marine Corps soldier wouldn't, or any soldier, for that matter, with real training, would never just blindly shoot and waste a full magazine behind a wall.
But like, how could you be a fake if you have a tattooed Marine? That's why.
No,
I was
exactly.
Like,
he's definitely been part of it.
No,
but that goes back to player 120 when she is like trying to figure out what's wrong with him. He cowers and like keeps saying sorry. He's apologizing nonstop. It's like almost like a form of trauma from maybe when he was being bullied as a soldier. Yeah.
Do you think he's gonna live, or do you think he's gonna not make it to the end?
You asking me?
I'll answer that
Yeah,
because
I think we should both answer. Then I want to hear your guys' answer too.
Yeah, this could also not be true because I did see a picture of like all of the Squid Game cast standing up. He was one of them.
One of them was standing.
120 was in it. Obviously, Gi-hun. Guard 11 was also standing as well.
True. Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, so I personally think and hope that he does make it to the end, to be honest.
As much as I am like on your side, I think he will actually live. I'll play devil's advocate right now just to kind of give an opposing opinion. I think he'll actually die. And the reason why I say that is because the show itself is based off a lot of karma. When you do something wrong, or you do something to screw somebody over, and I know his way of screwing somebody over was,
not intentional.
It wasn't intentional. He was scared and he was a coward for it. But karma will still answer back, especially with a show like this where even if you don't do anything wrong, you're still going to get, shot at some point. I feel like there is consequences for your actions in there. And that's why I think something will happen to him. I don't know how he's going to die. Maybe hopefully it'll be like something heroic in a way to actually make a turn to his character from being a coward
make us love him
to turning into a hero. And then he gets taken out just because of that whole karma aspect. I would like to see that.
Interesting.
I would like to see him live more than anything. But if I have to go with an opposing opinion, I would have to go that way. What do you guys think? Do you guys think he'll live? Do you think he'll die? Let us know in the comments down below.
I just really hope the players in that photo actually survive as much as I want everybody to survive. Just specifically those three, that would be just great.
I want to see more than just 3 people survive this one. Because,
that's true.
I mean, in season 1, you get 1 survivor and that's kind of the way of the game.
Yeah.
Now that Gi-hun has like this mission, he's gone through years of this self-training and all this stuff that he wants to like actually end the games and get people out. That's the whole reason why he got into the games in the first place, was to leave with I mean, he even says that, right? He's like, he wants to leave with the people that are in there.
Such a hero.
It would kind of be a shame to see only 3 of 456 people survive.
Yeah.
So that's why I want to see more than just those 3. But going back to it, it's like, this is why with Korean writing especially, it's super intentful.
It is.
But maybe they could be leading us the wrong direction as well with that photo by only showing us the 3.
I don't know.
You never know. I hope that more than just those 3 survive though. But with Dae-Ho, player 388, I still think he's going to die at some point.
I don't think he's going to die. During a time of adversity, I feel like that's when like your true character will show, and I feel like he'll just like snap out of it and like remember his Marine, whatever he learned from the Marine, and just like kill it.
I wish that adversity kind of kicked in a little earlier when they were on the stairwell and he could have saved his friends and not had Gi-hun and Jung-bae like completely on their own, and he died because of it. So like a lot of people ended up dying. We don't even know if the father of the young girl on the outside world, if he actually made it or not, but we'll save that for 246. We'll save that for another video though, for another theory on what we think happens to him. A lot of people get screwed over because of Dae-Ho, so I would like to see that adversity kick in and give him some sort of heroism,
a chance to redeem himself. I feel like he deserves that
with the sacrifice.
What do you guys think? Comment down below if you think he's surviving or he's dying in season 3.
Let us know. I think this theory is pretty crazy though. I think it's a good one.
Thank you so much for tuning into this video. We will see you in the next Squid Game theory. Peace. Bye.
강대호입니다. 큰 대자에 호랑이 호자.